Don't buy cheap tools. It's a mistake. Hello everyone, semi-retired Bob here. I talk about the carnivore diet, all things related to the carnivore diet, and miscellaneous odds and ends. Today is one of those miscellaneous odds and ends days. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. What you're watching is you're watching me walk. The reason this might be exciting is because 2 years ago, I couldn't do this. I could barely stand for a couple minutes without severe pain. Now I'm out here walking every day and doing lots of other stuff. If you're returning to the channel, welcome back. It means a lot to me that you spend just a few moments of your day with me. I'd like to ask you all to help me out just a little bit. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Drop down in the comments and say, "Hi, Bob." If you haven't subscribed yet, consider subscribing. All these things are absolutely free, and they help me get the word out that it's never too late to change your life. I am 61 years old, and I'm doing things that I couldn't do when I was 40, like being out here walking every day. You saw me cut my own grass in yesterday's video. One of the things I wanted to talk about today, though, was cheap tools. Before I get into that, let's just take a quick look at statins. I've talked about statins many times on this channel, but I'm always seeing people leaving comments, "Well, I went to my doctor and my LDL was way out of whack, and he's pressuring me to take a statin." Now, I'm not a doctor. I don't play one on TV. I'm not giving you medical advice. But I would run as far away from statins as I could get. I know what they do to you. I was under the fog of statins for almost a decade. Now, of course, they will show you these fancy studies that aren't really studies at all, that explain to you how taking a statin is supposed to reduce your risk of heart disease by 50%. Well, technically that's sort of true, but then if you look at the actual numbers, you discover that that 50% is the difference between 0.5 and 1.0. So what does that mean to you? Well, if you don't have any side effects and you take a statin for the next 40 years, you might get somewhere between 3 to 8 extra days of life. That hardly seems worth it. And the side effects, I don't know what everybody else suffers, but I can tell you from my personal experience that muscle pain was a real thing for me. I believe statins were one of the major contributors, besides all of my other problems, to making it so that I couldn't stand for very long. But the real insidious one is the brain fog that comes with it. You don't realize it's happening because it happens so slowly. I had no idea how far under the brain fog of statins I was until I threw them away and stopped taking them. Then, very quickly afterwards, I realized how badly I had been affected by them. So, that's one of the things you need to be aware of before you think about taking statins. And one of the key things that I look at, again, remember, I'm not a doctor. I'm not even a scientist. I'm just an old retired truck driver. But since statins are now $1 trillion industry, the use of statins keep going up and up and up. But the thing it's supposed to help heart disease is also going up and up and up. You would think that with all of those statins being taken, that heart disease would at least level out a little bit or increase at a slower rate. But it's not. It's accelerating. That tells me they're on the wrong track. You can make up your own mind what you want to do about statins. Me, if I had a doctor that was pushing statins on me, I'd probably go find a new doctor. But that's just me. But now let's talk about cheap tools. The main thing that brought me back out here on this little rant of a walk I've got going on here. Everybody that has been following my channel for a while knows that I last year, between now and the 1st of July, I bought most of the tools I'm going to need for down in Texas. And I bought all of them name brand. DeWalt, actually. Except a reciprocating saw, because I was real short on money. I decided I needed to try and save up. So instead of spending the $160 on a DeWalt branded reciprocating saw, I bought a cheap off-brand. It was yellow, just like the DeWalt. But I was looking at cleaning up the backyard today because, I got the grass cut earlier today. I was feeling pretty good about myself. I still had some energy and thought, well, I'm just going to get this reciprocating saw out and cut a bunch of those weeds down, let them lay there and die, and then I'll stack them all up, cut them up, and throw them into the trash bin, get rid of them. Well, I've got a little footage to insert right here. Yep, that's it, folks. That's all there was. That's all the longer that saw lasted. What was that, about 2 minutes or so? And it just died. It wouldn't go any further. So today's video was supposed to be a whole video of me doing work, cutting up those weeds in the back. But I do have a new saw coming. It should be here tomorrow. And I went ahead and bit the bullet and bought a DeWalt branded one. I was looking at some of the off brands thinking, well, maybe this one won't be so bad. And then I said, no, stop it. Just bite the bullet, buy the brand name. The one thing I'm really glad about is that I'm glad I figured out that off-brand saw was really bad before I got down to Texas. Because while I'm still here in Omaha, it took me, about a minute and a half to search for it on Amazon and get it ordered, and it'll be here tomorrow. If I was at a point where I needed that saw down in Texas, that could have halted my progress for a couple of weeks while I figured out how to get a new one. So I'm glad it happened here and not down in Texas. So the moral of today's video: don't take statins and don't buy cheap tools. Go ahead and spend the extra money on the name brand, even if you have to wait an extra couple of months to get it. I hope you enjoyed this quick little video. That's what I've got for you today, folks. Don't forget, get out there, be 1% better. Today, tomorrow, every day. Have a great day, folks. I'll see you in the next one.